Berachos Daf Nun Dalet, a brand new Perik Haroya, which discusses many different types of brachas, which we say in different situations. The first one is if a person sees a place where a miracle, a nace happened to his forefathers, he says, Baruch Sha'asa Nisim Laviseinu B'Makam Hazeh. Taisus points out, an entire Perik where we say Baruch, it means Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam. And this we learn from Yisrael. If a person sees an Eretz Yisrael place where they uprooted a Zara and the Yerushalmi is brought down, it's the entire Eretz Yisrael, then he says a special pasuk for that. If a person sees mountains, hills, rivers, seas, he says, Baruch Oisem Ma'aseh Bereshis. Rabbi Yehuda says if he sees the great ocean, he says a special bracha, Baruch Shasas Hayom HaGadol, as long as he didn't see it within the last 30 days. If a person sees rain, or he hears great news, he says, Baruch HaTov HaMeitiv. If he hears bad news, he says, Baruch Dayan Emes. If a person builds a brand new house or buys new clothing, he says, She'achiyanu. There's no use of davening for something that already occurred. That's called a tefillah shav. So if your wife is pregnant, you daven that she should have a boy. That's a tefillah shav. If you hear a scream and you say, I hope Yiratzon, that it shouldn't be somebody from my family, it's too late. That's a tefillah shav. If a person walks into a very dangerous city, machlok is whether he says 2 brachas or 4. 1 when he comes in to the city, 1 when he leaves, or 2, 1 when he walks in, but as he gets in and he sees that he's safe, he says a second bracha, and the same thing as he leaves, he says a second bracha when he realizes that he's safe. You're mechuyev to make a bracha on the bad, just like you make on the good. We say in Kriya Shema every day, b'chol levavcha, with your 2 yitzarim, your yitzer tov, yitzer ra, b'chol nafshecha, even if HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes away your neshama, b'chol meidecha tu pshatim, even if HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes away your money, or meidecha of a lashon of to measure. All measures that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you are for your good, and you daven for them. There's an isser to act lightheadedly in front of the eastern gate of the Beis HaMikdash. You're not allowed to walk into the Beis HaMikdash with your walking stick and with your money belt and with dust on your shoes. You shouldn't use the Beis HaMikdash as a kapandri, as the Gemara will explain, and certainly you shouldn't spit in the Beis HaMikdash. In the first Beis HaMikdash, they would say, every bracha in Shemona Esrei, they would use a very interesting lashon. Baruch atah Hashem, Eloikei Yisrael, Ada Olam, Baruch, for instance, atah Hashem choinen adas. But the Tzdukim believe that there's only one world, there's no world to come, so therefore they instituted that you say Min Olam, from this world, Ada Olam, to the next world. When you ask your friend and you say, hi, how are you doing, good morning, you could use Hashem's name. The Mishnah brings a bunch of different psukim. How do we know this? One of the psukim is, Eis lasik Hashem efer teresecha. In certain situations, you could break the rules of the Torah in order to make peace with your friend. A miracle that occurred to the congregation, everybody's mechuyev to say the bracha. And if it happened to an individual, the Gemara brings a few cases where somebody was saved from a lion, or there was an Amari that was saved from a wild camel, and also he had a nace, he was very thirsty, and a river grew underneath his feet. So every time he passed that place, he would mention both nisim that happened to him. We say the bracha Baruch Sha'asa Nisim Laviseinu, where you come to the place where Kriyas Yamsuf occurred, or Ever Hayarden, or the Yerichai, the nace of Yerichai, where the wall of Yerichai was swallowed by the ground. Why didn't it fall? Because the width of the wall was the same as the height of the wall, so it's impossible to tumble over. R9, the Gemara tells us the story that there's a nace that Klal Yisrael were walking in the desert, and the Miriam wanted to kill them, and they hid in caves. They dug holes in the walls of the mountains and hid there. And the Arain flattened out all the mountains and destroyed the Miriam. There were 2 people, Eis Vahev. They were Mitzrayim, they were behind Klal Yisrael, Besufa, at the end. And when Klal Yisrael passed and when the mountains went back to normal, they realized what happened to the Miriam, and they told Klal Yisrael, and Klal Yisrael said Shira. El Gavish means Al Gav Ish, on top of the back of the man referring to Moshe Rabbeinu, who's Anav Mikal Adam. In his merit, Barad, the Makas Barad, stopped in midair, and later on when Yeshua needed the Barad to kill the enemies, it came back down. There's the stone of Og Melech HaBashan. Og Melech HaBashan made some sort of calculation. The Klal Yisrael is 3 parsa by 3 parsa. He lifted up a mountain that was that size and was about to kill them. He put it on his head to carry it. Says the Gemara that Rabban Shalom made a nace that the ants dug a hole in the mountain, and the mountain came and slipped right over his head and got stuck on his neck. He tried to lift it up, but he couldn't, because it says in the pasuk, Shinei Rishoim Shibarta, his teeth came out Sheribafta. They came out long and crooked, and he couldn't get the mountain off. At this point, he was already weakened. Moshe Rabbeinu, who was 10 amos high, had an axe that was 10 amas long, and he jumped up 10 amas, and all he was able to reach was Oymel Chabashan's ankle, and he hit him in the ankle, and he was able to topple him and kill him. When you see the mound of salt from Lot's wife, that's a disaster, so you don't say a nice bracha, you say Baruch Dainamas. When you see Lot, what you say is Baruch Zoichers, that's Tzadikim, that even when HaKadosh Baruch Hu was upset, mad, angry, he was able to remember the Tzadikim he saved Lot because of Avram Avinu. Says the Gemara, there are 4 people that must say Goimel. The lashon of the Gemara is Goimel lechasadim tovim. We, based on different Rishonim, the Rif, we say Hagoimel lechasadim toivos shegemalani kol tov. That is, the people that cross the desert, the ocean, or a sick person who's healed, or someone that came out of jail, they say Goimel. You need 10 people, and 2 out of the 10 must be Rabbanim. Rav Yehuda, says the Gemara, was sick and he was healed. Rav Chana and 9 other Talmidei Chacham came to visit him, and they told him, Birich Rachmana deyohavach nahalam v'le'yavach la'afra. We bench HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving you to us instead of giving you to the ground. And he said Amen, and he said, because I said Amen, I no longer am mechuyev in Goimel. I was yotze Goimel. There are 3 that need special protection, and they are people that have bad mazel, a sick person, a woman who just gave birth, and some say even somebody that's in mourning, a novel. And there are 3 people that have, because of jealousy of Shadim, they are in danger, and that's a Chassan and a Kala, and some say even a Talmud Chacham at night. And finally, there are 3 people that are Zoichet to longevity, Tarichas Yom, because they do something at length. And that is, they have a long davening, and we'll explain tomorrow, or they have a very long meal, they have a lot of company, a lot of poor people as company, or they spend a lot of time in the bathroom for medicinal reasons. Have a wonderful day.